I've always liked how On do things a little bit differently to the other brands out there. Whether that's in the design of their products, which are certainly a bit different, or the way in which they come out to the races that we run at and meet up with the runners and show off their products, or even that massive inflatable cloud. It's all a bit different, and in my mind, different is good. So you can imagine my excitement when I won first prize at the up and running competition at the National Running Show recently. And as well as this performance t-shirt and lightweight running shorts, I also won these new and recently released On Cloudflow running shoes. And today we're going to go and take them on their first run, straight out of the box. And as we do that, I will give you my honest views of these shoes as I take them on my weekly speed workout. So come on, let's get out the door, down to the track, and let's find out what these shoes are all about. And as I make my way down to the track on a little bit of a warm-up, I am going to be doing 4 times 1 mile repeats on this workout. And the first thing to say about these shoes is they are a lightweight cushioned shoe. They are specifically designed for your faster training, your interval runs, or for racing. And On recommend that they can be used for races from 5k up to marathons, I think, but I don't know if I'd go with some of those longer distances, but certainly I can feel already that these would be good for up to half marathon, definitely. And they are ideal for my workouts today, interval training at the track in something a little bit faster than my normal daily training shoe. I think these are going to be perfect for that. And the big difference between this version, the brand new version of the On Cloudflow, and the previous versions is that they've introduced the Helion Super Foam. My first experience of it, because in my previous On shoes, the On Cloud Flyer, that didn't have that. And I can certainly notice a much more cushioned but bouncy feel on these shoes. Okay, we've arrived at the track. Let's get straight stuck into the workout, eh? Right, halfway through the workout already, and it doesn't even feel like I've really done much work yet. That is the beauty of these shoes so far. They're making it so easy to run at speed. Right, workout done. Just running back home, gonna get showered up, and then I will let you know what I thought about the On Cloudflow. Okay, so the On Cloudflow, and based on first impressions, I have to say I'm impressed. So let's step through some of the detail, and first, sizing. Now, most of my running shoes tend to be UK size 11, but when I've worn On running shoes in the past, I've opted to go up half a size. And I did try on a UK size 11 in the Cloudflow, and to be honest, I probably would have got away with it. But to just allow for a bit more space for movement in the toe box, I decided again to go up half a size and chose the UK size 11.5. The shoe is certainly light, weighing in at just 288 grams for a UK size 11.5, and therefore it's the lightest running shoe that I now own. And sometimes when you have a really light running shoe, there tends to be a compromise on comfort. But you don't really get that in this shoe. That combination of the DigitalTek pockets with the Helion Super Foam, you're still getting a really comfortable ride. And the bounce you get is really noticeable, especially when I started that workout. The shoe has a very breathable mesh upper, and on the inside of that mesh upper there is a softer material that helps to give you that all-round comfortable feel when your foot is in the shoe. Let's take a look at the outsole. And the first thing to say is that between these sections of DigitalTek pockets and the upper, you've got a speed board in there on this shoe. And then you can see that speed board if you look at the gap there between the two sections of CloudTek pockets. And then for durability and grip, they've put some rubber sections onto some of the CloudTek pockets, both at the forefoot here and at the heel. Something that I had to do in these shoes that I don't normally have to do in my running shoes was to use the top eyelet and to lace up using the heel lock method. By doing that, I felt like my foot was really secure and locked down in the shoe. But if I hadn't done that, I would have probably had a bit of movement going on, some rubbing going on the heel. So something to watch out for there. And whilst we're talking about lacing, probably worth mentioning this little elasticated thing on the tongue. And what you can do here is you can tuck, rather than having your laces hanging loose, you can just tuck them into there. Keeps them all nice and tidy. So a very simple but effective piece of innovation that they've put and thought about and put into the design of this shoe. And the tongue is quite interesting on this shoe. I don't know if you can see really from that, but it's offset. And the writing on the tongue is offset even more. It's at more of an angle. So it makes it feel like the whole tongue is at a much more of an angle than it actually is. But it is at an angle, and I guess that's to kind of fit the shape of your shoe more. The tongue itself is quite thin, but whilst it's thin, it's still got a bit of padding there. It's actually quite comfortable when it's on your foot. You wouldn't notice it being as thin as it is. And again, by keeping it thin, it's reducing the weight of the overall shoe. And the final thing I'll mention on this shoe is the insole, which, whilst again being quite thin, it's certainly got some cushioning in it that is adding to the comfort of the shoe. So it's comfortable, but without weighing it down a lot. Now obviously this is just a first impressions review, and it will be interesting to see how I find this shoe as I run in it more. And if that is something that will interest you, then make sure you subscribe to the channel if you aren't already subscribed, and see what I think of this shoe when I've done more distance in it. And there will be several things that I'll be looking out for. And the first of those is how the outsole is going to hold up. Because I do heel strike, and so I'm going to be interested to see how this area here wears as I put more distance into the shoe. And secondly, I'm going to be interested to see how this shoe performs as a speedier shoe as I wear it more. So obviously it's not going to get any heavier, so I don't need to worry about that. But I'll be interested to see how the combination of the Cloud elements, the speed board and the Helion Super Foam all combine as I run in it more, and do you still get the speed that I have certainly got out of that first initial run. Guys, that does bring me to the end of my review of the On Cloudflow, but I'd be really interested to hear from you if you've run in this shoe, if you own it, what you think about it. So yeah, drop a comment below and help anyone else that's watching this video as well to hear what your thoughts are. And if you've got any questions about my thoughts on the On Cloudflow, then yeah, again, drop them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. And I hope you have found this review useful and a little bit different from the other reviews that are out there. And if you have, and if you've enjoyed it, please do give the video a thumbs up, give it a like, and if you're new around here, well yeah, why not consider subscribing for regular running content. But for now guys, goodbye.